Hello, and Farthest Frontier. So, I'm still trying to find out if I can get more gold out of this mine. Well, plus the other ones as well, because they don't seem to do much, to be fair. I mean, there's a lot of like gold ingots you can get out of gold ore, but yeah, 23 gold ore extracted since last year. That doesn't seem like a lot. Coal, 174. Iron, what was that one like? Let's have a look-see. Iron, that's producing 68, and it's only half full. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is to bring resources closer to the people, which makes a lot of sense, really. I mean, the only thing is, it's the information that we're getting here that I'm beginning to question. Because I was looking at the notes for the next patch, and they do mention how they've done things to tweak this, because it might be telling you bogeys, which is interesting. And they're also talking about resolving issues like I've got here, I think. Because at the moment this is complaining that these buildings are being condemned, and it's actually referring to walls. Now, it might turn out that there's a lot of repairs going on that aren't intended, so we could actually be using up a lot more resources than we actually should be. So that could be an interesting fix. I mean, it would also be good to know about this the boot up, because apparently, I mean, it takes about just over 2 minutes, I think, for this to boot up and then get started. And I think that's something they're going to fix. But yeah, I'm still pondering as to when that's going to be available. So I'm still on 0.9.6e. So we're still waiting for 0.97, which, as far as I'm aware, is in test, in beta testing. But yeah, we'll have to see, I think. Anyway, just want to try and tidy that up, because I think that's some stones there. Yeah, there's some stones over there as well. Because what I'm thinking, and that might be dangerous, is to bring some more resources down to these people. Because one thing I've noticed is there's quite a bit of time spent going up to here to get wood, for instance. Or more specific, I think it's the firewood. I mean, I know there's the people in the market of doing that sort of thing, but I would assume that if there's no firewood in here, then people will be going out there to get it. So that's not particularly helpful. And I still want to get this all sorted out, so this is all needs doing. So I'm just going to keep doing my little stripes to get them to try to get this place elevated. And then we'll start looking into getting another place built nearby that can basically provide a local source of wood and firewood. And we'll see if that helps in any shape or form. From that to there, still this trench I'm working on. Looks like the yes, it's spring. That's okay. Right, that starts at about there now. Next one starts at there. After that, I think it's reasonably flat. Might be a bit of a drop there. So we'll go from about that point, and then from just the sake of it, from there to there. But I do have some wood cutters up here. Plus our yard over here as well. That was really set up just because it seemed to be a fertile area, but I am tempted to put one back here, but I want to wait until the actual clay mine here is finished. It's still got a good ways to go, so I think temporarily I'm going to build it down here. So it comes under resources. So what is that? A work camp, right? So if we stretch that out to say there, and I'll run a road from there. I think I'm going to have to upgrade that in order to get it to grow trees. So if we run our road from, say, here to here, and the idea is all this will disappear once the clay is finished. Yeah, that's maxed out anyway. Yeah, I think that's probably going to last a fair while. But yeah, we'll get to do this, and then I'll start putting in the... Now that's a good question then. Where do we put... I mean, if there's already a... There's already a one there. I mean, somebody could come and collect it from here and buy somebody. Not necessarily these people here that are running around the city. It could be somebody else. I don't think how close you are to the actual resource actually matters. So it might be somebody else will just come along and pick up the logs from here and dump them in here. In which case, I think what I'll do... I'm just pausing this. Well, actually, we're going to have a chat to Atka and see what she's got. I've got to be a bit careful because I do have a lot less money. Money's a big problem at the minute. So let's sell all these candles off. So she doesn't have that much money, but let's sell off some of these things. But I've got to be a bit careful because there's a certain amount of money that I've got in total. But I think once you get to a certain amount, you start to attract these private armies. And we're not producing enough gold ourselves. I'm not doing that good in the trades. I mean, I've got like a bajillion swords that I could do with selling off, but nobody's interested in them at the minute. Nothing that I am interested in, like pelts, are currently available. It's a bit of a juggling act. I need the money, but I don't want too much money. Otherwise, I'll get the private armies, and if we get the private armies, I don't have enough troops to do the garrisons. Well, literally garrison in the towers, let alone in the actual little forts that we've got. They're like just about covered, and mostly for raiders, but not for private armies. I have to pay them off. Anyway, let's do... Let's see, so we'll want... I don't really need a saw pit. I'm quite happy because that's more for the builders. So where's the one for the firewood splitter? Right, we'll put I think I'll put 2 in here. So that's what they'll focus on. So they can go there and get the logs from here, and then they'll start making the firewood. So it's not too far for these people to go. I mean, having said that, I could have done with it over here. Tell you what, let's do that. And well, I'll wait with a build. And there's a compost heap. Tell you what, let's do that then. We'll put... I'll build one of these over here. So it's just on the edge. Now let's have a look. If we get them to build the sawmill, not the sawmill, the fire splitters. Now that's bad. That's not too close. That's okay. We'll build that one there. That one there. Right, let's forget about that too. We won't bother with them. And we're not going to keep logs here. We're not keeping firewoods, that's okay. So we'll see what we get once this is built. I'll limit that just mainly for the logs and the firewood. So it's a much closer place for these people to go. Now that's not particularly good for the trees. It's like there's the fertility for the fields is different to what trees want as well, so that's a bit interesting. I am seriously tempted to expand this out, mind. Add more people, but there's the game's kind of struggling, that's the trouble. Right, let's go and see what... Was it Anders Plains Rider, I think this is. What's close? It's Ander Plains Rider. So we've got plenty of baskets. Now, interesting enough, oh yeah, that I couldn't fix that. Let's see if I can fix that, because obviously the computer's been restarted since then, but what if we drop that to... Keep 50 in the trading post. That's better. For some reason, I remember last time it was stuck at 119 and I couldn't seem to fix it. It was a feature. Right, we'll sell those because, crikey, we've got a lot of pottery. Aha, this is what I want. And it's going for a good price. Right, I'll buy all of those pelts. They're expensive. I'll stick with the pelts for now. Just buy the raw materials. Well, that's quite handy. We're doing okay for tallow. So I need plenty of these pelts. I don't think anybody's got enough for the amount that I need. That's the trouble, and I'm certainly not producing enough. I mean, we've now got cows down here. We've got goats. At some point they'll produce. I mean, they're on. I think these are all on 20 out of 20. Cows are on 20 out of 20, so they don't do a great deal. Oh, budgicles. Trouble is the waste's now building up. Oh, this is not good. Right, tell you what, we're going to have to get somebody to come in and do the composting, aren't we? Someone's going to have to sort that out. That's not good. Actually, what's it like in the houses now? They're doing okay. I think this was something I was concerned about because at some point I kept getting regular warnings that the amount of compost was getting too much, and I just didn't think I had enough fields. That one's still got a bit of wiggle room. Yeah, so is that one. But hopefully that'll do a bit better and help with the actual all the animals. Oh crikey, that's a lot. Yeah, these have got a lot. And I mean a lot. That's interesting, you don't get any here. Curious and cute. Oh, speaking of which, has this been built yet? Yes, it has. Right. Let's move the little area, because it makes no sense to be fishing over there. So if we put the fishing area... If we put the fishing... Silly question, but surely if we put the fishing area... over, say like here, I mean that's... So that's 12... 12, that's... Okay. Productivity 190. Now that's 200 Ah, right, okay, so I'm moving that way. We're getting to about 200%, 210%. Crikey, that's good. Okay, well 210% seemed about the best I can get. Let's go with that then. So fishing right on the edge there. But at least we can get those fish, because that's where there's a shoal of fish, I think. Yeah, I mean I could get one over there, maybe, but I'm just concerned. I don't know if that has any effect on the spawning of troops, because they tend to spawn around here, for instance. They spawn down here, and they spawn over here. I guess we'll just have to see. Right, speaking of seeing, how are we doing over here? I need some more. I think I'm going to try and keep this at this, just like bigger jobs now for the moment. It's 337. It does mean it's going to go slower, but just less people, that's all. I just don't have that many people to spare. This is the trouble. 125 in that direction. Start about there, say 125. I mean, eventually that'll hopefully drop to a low enough level and people can't use it. The only thing I'm concerned about is just this. I mean, people can still get up and down here for some reason. Hopefully as they start doing that and work their way over here, no thanks. Hopefully as they start working their way in this direction, that'll start to improve. Hold on a tick. Oh, never mind. It's a bit too late. I should have lined it up with that one, but never mind. It is what it is. So that's done. Right, so there we've got... So if we upgrade these, it doesn't necessarily... No, that's the thought. So I don't think they need heavy tools, do they? Yeah, they won't use heavy tools, but they'll be more productive. So upgrade that one, and upgrade that one, and... Right. All I want in here is firewood. Oh, no, didn't want that. Oh, yes, it's the right one. Right, so I want firewood. Sheesh. I want firewood, and I want the raw materials, as in logs. Nothing else is needed. So that'll just focus on them. Now, let's have a look-see. So those logs have all gone. So that's a good sign. Gone somewhere. I don't know where, they've just gone somewhere. Right, you are not going to be doing stone anymore. There is no need to do stone. And we've got too much logs. Oh, fudge sickles, right. Well, at least if I upgrade it, I can start getting them to start growing the trees at least. That'll be a step in the right direction. Let's go and balance the piggy bank, so we'll keep about 2,000 in there just to give me a bit of wiggle room on the trading. Rest goes into the main account. There's less chance I'll run out of money to pay whatever troops that I do have. This I'm still scratching my head about. If I had like a lot more people, I suppose we could set up another one of these. Down here, that would be... Well, actually might be tempting, because otherwise at the moment, if anybody wants any preserved fruit or even glass, they've got to go all the way out there. Has that one got sand by any chance? No. The only trouble is I just don't have the people. I mean, there's a lot of people like they're on hold, if you will. There's certain things where we've just got so many resources, there's just no point making any more. So then people drop out of that and start doing something else. I'm actually quite tempted because we're doing okay for coal. How much coal have we got? 2,000. I think what I'm going to do is, can I set a limit on this individual place? No. Fudgesicles. It would have been good. I would have liked to have set this one up so that if there was a certain amount of coal, then there's no point digging any more up here. Because at the moment I've got people working on, I think it's like charcoal kilns. I could have sworn you could do this at the individual building. Let's go back to one of these buildings here, for instance. Yeah, I could have... Ah, right, there you go. See, if it's a produced item, you can click on it and you can set a limit. So I can set a limit for each individual building, each individual resource, but only when it's a produced resource, it seems. This is raw material, so it doesn't work like that. Right, well I think I'm going to just put it on hold anyway, because we've got... I mean, I've got that one there. I've got this one down here. So that's all running at full capacity. But because they're so far away, I've set up these like kilns close by, so they're just burning through wood at the minute. And I've done the same with places like here, so they're doing blacksmithing mostly to get tools, so they're doing their own coal. I'm doing the same over here as well, and I think I've done that here. So, I mean, it doesn't seem to be efficient, but in a sense that I've got so many people working at charcoal kilns versus these bigger mines, but at least these resources, they'll get created and they'll get put into the local storage. Over here, for instance, it'll just take it to wherever the coal's particularly needed. So it might end up in a storage area over here, but that's of no use to people all the way down here, for instance. So yeah, I think that would have been useful if I could have set a limit for how much coal to produce at that specific building. But that'll do for now. If I think these things don't run out, as far as I'm aware, they just never run out. Well, they stop working when you haven't got any tools, but I mean, you know, there's only so much you can do here. Wait, I want to have a look and see what other resources we're doing. I mean, banging on. Obstacles, that means I'm going to have to... let's crank this one up, because this is a... not ideal, but we'll crank that up and I'll get more people working down here then. There isn't... I think these produce iron ore up here as well, don't they? Yes, that's all. That's still got a long ways to go. That's a gold mine. That's a stone mine. So how are we doing for stone then? Out of curiosity. Somewhere in here is stone. Oh, there's some stone. So that's not too bad. Water. I have no idea why we have so much water. I mean, we're getting towards... yeah, we're going through the autumn. We've got like a ton of other stuff. Not so many pastries, interestingly enough. I think we need more pastries. So is there a... there's a bakery. Oh no, that's not upgraded. To upgrade that. Oh, right, so you can't upgrade it without a desirability bonus. And I don't think that's ever going to happen as long as I've got that there. I mean, these have a big impact, I know of that. But as long as I've got mines, I'm kind of stuck with that, aren't I? So that's a problem. We're not producing enough heavy tools. So who makes heavy tools? Yeah, so you make heavy tools. So your focus is the weapons, tools and heavy tools. You're doing the same. Let's crank that up. I don't want to upgrade it. Why do I not want to upgrade that one? Because they need heavy tools. Ah, they don't. They use heavy tools. Yeah, they use heavy tools as well, so why? I wonder what the rationale behind that was. Let's upgrade that. Let's see what we get with that, because that'll increase their production. So I've got two of them down here. Oh, that was it. Well, yeah, I don't necessarily need the heavy weapons, but I think it does increase production. So they should have their own blacksmith here. All they're interested in is weapons, as normal tools. I'm not too bothered about the... oh, I think I've got another one here as well, interestingly enough. Yeah, so that one will upgrade additional workers, additional recipes, function speed, so yeah, okay, I'll upgrade that one as well. That's 1,000 gold, but go on, I'm feeling generous. We'll upgrade that one as well, why not? And everything's stopped. This is not good. Everything has ground to a halt. For some strange reason. Oh, there you go. And now we're back. Yeah, this is a problem because it's running on an RTX 4080. I think that's... yeah, it's an RTX 4080. And it is seriously struggling. I mean, I've got the graphics settings turned down. Let's see what we're running on. I mean, it's 4K, but it's... I think there were some things I lowered. Pretty sure I did. soft shadows maybe. Let's take them out because shadows can sometimes have an. I mean, I think I downloaded the downgraded shadows. Let's try that. See if that helps in any way. Not a lot. Still struggling at about 20. So yeah, that's running on a. So I don't know what like compute power it's got. You know, CPU power you get out of these things, but it's got a higher end graphics card, but it is seriously struggling. And we're on, 1,500 people. I've got like tons of buildings and they're scattered all over the place, but for whatever reason, it's not happy. What if we does that make any... Well, I wouldn't have thought that makes any difference, but you never know. Anything's better than nothing. But it does regularly complain, saying, this is too bad, I can't cope. It gives you like performance statistics every now and again, so it's like, it does warn you that, everything else is tickety-boo, not a problem. But the rig performance itself is like 0 or 1 out of 100. Which is like... And it's the only game I'm running that's having this problem. So, I mean, we're still in early access. We're not at the point of... I mean, I think they're doing some optimization. So I think the next patch they're talking about improving the... it's like the startup time, but I don't know about the improving the performance per se. After that, now then. I don't really need these. There's no point having double walls over here. Let's take them out. I mean, I don't want to do any flattening during the winter. I tend to lose enough people as it is because of the exposure, which incidentally is something else they've actually picked up on. That's why I'm really keen to see this patch, but there's no sign of it. Yeah, see it's grinding to a halt again. The thing they've been talking about is like you've got these people who are dying of exposure, saying that they don't actually go to or don't take advantage of the temporary shelters, even if these temporary shelters have got like resources, they're not taking advantage of them. So I think I've got people up here, for instance, in a mine. Yeah, I've got people up here, so I deliberately scattered these temporary shelters, so they've got food in them. But I don't think anybody's... Well, it may well be possible that there's people who are just ignoring them entirely. And I think that's something they've been looking into fixing. But I'm losing quite a few people, unfortunately, during the winter time. So for that reason, that's the one thing I'm doing now, is I'm deliberately trying to stop doing any terraforming. I mean, they'll be going out doing building, I suppose, things like this sort of stuff, and they'll be going out doing repairs. I suppose there is that. I don't know what the labourers do in terms of transporting things, I must admit. Out of curiosity, let's have a look.
Hello there.
Right, you're shelter stocking, so forget that. That's your
What
own
needs
house.
doing?
You don't have to drink wheat beer. You're a cobbler. See, why is a cobbler? So we've got a cobbler all the way out here, stockpiling the cobbler shop. Now the cobblers are going to be... presumably, unless I've got a cobbler over here. Let's have a look-see. Ah, there, yeah, it's that one there. So he's going out there to get... presumably to get the pelts. Now, this was... Where's a thought? Are we actually storing pelts then? So don't go there. Yeah, we can store them here. But Yeah, so we can store them there, but if they're not getting delivered there, then the trouble is, the cobbler has to go out and find them. I mean, we're not actually having that many in stock anyway, to be fair. Yeah, we're down to only 2 anyway. If I had a lot more pelts, then that might be something, but I don't know what happens if I mean, if I buy them here, and then it says distribute them, you know, to the town, where do they go? Because I've got a storehouse here which can store, including pelts. I mean, they'll produce pelts. That was my expectation. These will produce pelts and they'll end up over here. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, they can store pelts. And then we've got pelts over here being produced, because this is the main area for them, because this is where most of the cows are. Its expectation is they would end up over here or over here. And we said that no, they don't, because I didn't want to store them there. I wanted them to either end up here with it, basically end up here where the cobblers and coat makers are. So we don't store any there. I do store them there for some reason. There's a candle shop. Ah yeah, because they need them. It's there and there. So really I suppose that one, it's not a good idea to put them there. It'd be better to put them there. So where's the cobble? Somewhere out here is a cobble. There's a potter. Ah, there's the cobbler. So there's one cobbler. So there's no point putting them here. Oh, I haven't said that. Yeah, it would make more sense to just keep them here. It's not ideal. We've got that one there. There's a tannery there and there. So they're going to have to come down to here. Where's that storage going? There's a stockyard. There's a soap shop. This is the trouble, it's trying to tell what building's what. Oh, there it is, right, so their storage is down here. Okay. I mean, storage is not so bad for these people, because it's neutral, but things like the tanneries, they're negative. So I can't move these closer to that storage. I suppose I could move them all out to here. That might be tempting. Move them over there, and then I've just got that storage there. Focuses on it, but I'll think about that. The main thing I want to do is get these lot back on track with the playing patty cake with the with a shovel. Because this is going to take forever. That's 125. 25. Right there. Right, so there. That's 562, 625. 625. Right, get them to keep flattening there. So, they are upgraded. So, they've got hardly any logs. Now, these lot are on hold because there's nothing to do. Until they get upgraded, they can't at least even grow the trees. Right, okay. Start growing trees. Grow trees, grow trees. Mature trees only. Right, so they'll do that and we'll do that. We'll mix and match.
Need something?
No thanks. I accidentally clicked on you. Inconsiderate. Right, we'll max that out. So then they can just focus on the trees. So they're going out. Okay, so what are you up to? You're sitting in shelter. Where do you actually live, out of curiosity? Yeah. There's probably like too many jobs now for this town. Oh, fudgesicles. Now you're telling me. Right, there's a bunch of hooligans down here. And there's a... They're already attacking. You're kidding me. Why? Why did you not even slow the game down? This is shocking. It's highly inconsiderate, this. Go and park yourselves over there. At least they haven't... these haven't started moving yet, so that's something. Be interesting to see where this lot go. Oh, that's interesting. So if they get attacked, yeah, this is kind of like a downside because they're getting it. Because they're getting attacked, it's now drawing them over to the wall. Ah, fudgesicles. Frontier.
As you command.
4. Right, okay, so you're all group 4. Right, all of you go out there. We'll start taking care of these riffraff. Because they're causing trouble. Oh, hold on. Oh, looks like they've broken through one of the doors.
At once.
Take care. Ooh, yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of the troops here to take
At
care
once.
of. One thing I'm more concerned about is just the sheer number of archers. Archers are my biggest problem when it comes to cavalry.
It will be done.
Right, let's have a look. They are now on the move. Okay, let's see how we cope over here then. Yeesh, I've already taken that down. Fudgesicles, let's
it
send
will
them
be
round
done.
there. Yeah, they've now broken through. Fudgesicles. I mean, they're going to have to attack the garrison. I mean, I could let them get out, but I think they have might do a better job of actually attacking while they're actually garrisoned within. Although, I mean, we'll see. I mean, their veterancy is 1, so let's send them out. See how they cope. So there's the cavalry plus them. So looks like they're giving up now. That's a good sign. Right, you can all go back home. And we're going to have to fix these. Sheesh. Well, I've got the chance. I'm going to go and see what Lethros is doing. And I'm fully aware there's a bunch of troops attacking the other place. It's like, it's doing things. Too many things to think about. Sell all these. Sell all these. Right, so we've got 5. We don't seem to be short of heavy tools. That's okay. Ah, fudgesicles, you don't have any. You don't have any pelts, do you? Put that over there. Right, I'll just let them clear that one out. Right, then I'm going to send them all down to here. Because this is a lot of troops coming here. Let's have a look-see. Where's your flag? Let's see. Grab that. Put your flag. Put that down here so they can help out. I have a funny feeling they're going to go to the weak points. They did it before. Oh dear. Who's that?
Hello.
Oh, the fisherman. Oh no. Well, this is not good. Yeah, they're coming down here because the problem is these are weak points now because there's no... It's either no or few guards looking after the place. mean, we're getting some of them. I mean, it's interesting that they're chasing after people. But yeah, that's what they were doing before. They were coming down to here and they were attacking the walls, which isn't good. We'll just have to see how quickly the cavalry can get here. I mean, that part's coping. That part's not so good because there was a... Are you kidding me? What a thug. Send them down there. Okay, this is not helping. Go on then, you better go out and sort the problem. Because this is just like a one layer wall. It's interesting that, because they used to like come from, say, down here. And they used to walk along here, and by the time they got here, I mean, they'd wreck the fences and what have you, but by the time they got here, it's like they would head for the gate. Now they're more inclined to go for the walls again, which is annoying. Right, let's move that flag to here. Oh, here's the troop. Here's the cavalry. The cavalry's arrived. Thank goodness for that. Get yourselves over here. So yeah, so I don't have that many troops. But I'll at least it'll give them some combat experience, hopefully. Yeah, this is my big problem, is always if there's any archery. Archery we just don't do well against. Even though, I mean, these are all kitted out with like heavy plate armor and everything. Yeah, they seem to struggle for some reason. Yeah, I think by the time these guards are going to get here, that guy's probably already left. It's just like, yeah, you know. Right, so 2 walls, losing 2 gates isn't too bad. Finish that off. Go on, finish them off. You're not interested in that sort of thing. Right, let's have a look, see if there's any more little bugs around here somewhere. Don't think so. Oh, oh, we've ground to a halt again. Oh, no, I'm back. So that didn't go too bad. I mean, there was all these damaged walls. And it took quite a bit of a hit. Yeah, it took quite a bit of a hit, but they've stood up. I mean, they would have crumbled if there'd been a like a battering ram or something. Oh, that's not too bad. Right, let's speed back up again. Right, so we need to be doing this again, don't we? So we'll get them to do this bit here. And this bit here. Do a bit there. Do a bit there. Oh, you've done that. Oh, have you done that section? Oh, you haven't done that section yet. You're still working on it. Right, who else have we got? Oh, what was that? Was that a victory? It was a major victory. 625. Wonder why I'm doing it over there then. Oh yes, because I'm still following the drop, aren't I? Right. Let's go and see if there's anything useful at the trading post. So Masuk, he sometimes has spices, doesn't he? Yeah, he has. Ooh, yeah, pretty pricey. Yeah, it's no point transferring them because I'm gonna. Hold on. I'm going too quickly here. Well, I can sell off some of these, so you can have them. Well, that's interesting. We don't produce enough paper or books. Something I could be thinking of. So how much are these going to cost me? 1,300, crikey. That's a lot. Oh. That was not the plan. That was not the plan. How much did I actually buy off him there? 64. I accidentally bought 6 mils. Potato. Oh, hold on, tick. That's not right. Oh, we're getting into dangerous territory here. We're getting into the realms of... Oh, fudgesicles. This is going to end up with a private army coming after me at this rate. Right, well, tell you what, let's buy some of these. Right, let's put some of this money back here. Otherwise, the one thing I don't want is a private army knocking on the door. I mean, we've just had a raid, so I think we'll survive a bit longer, but you never know. Let's buy 50 of them then. I don't have, hold on, oh, you don't have that amount. You've got 42, right, I'll buy them off you then. Even though I should be making my own. Right, that gives me a... Hey, why are you still thinking about it? You're contemplating. I'm saving a game, right. Transfer gold, 2,000. Confirm. Why still pondering? It's still thinking about what to do with his money. It's like, put some money in the piggy bank. There, 2,000 should be in there. 8,980 in there. Confirm. It's not interested. I think it's too much to contemplate. Right, speaking of contemplating things, go from about there then. Now I know why I'm doing things in different places. Right, so there. So what about there? Builders are falling behind. Add more to cap. Seriously, why? Why are you complaining about this? We've got like wiggle room for 200 people. Why? Why are you doing that? I'm confused. So I've got plenty of room for more builders. They're just like, yeah. Confusing. Right, that needs 125. Then I'll go that away. Then we shall go that away. Right, have you done this bit? No, you're still thinking about this bit, are you? Okay. Will you keep... I don't have enough room. I mean, that was good at the start, being able to bring more people, but I just don't have the room. If I add more people, it's going to just... Everything's going to get slower and slower. If slower is possible, it's going to happen. Right, so how's my compost yards doing? So, where are you and what are you doing? And where are you going?
Need something?
Right, so you're going in here. Why are you not coming to these places? There's like 240. Oh, that was last year. Okay, there's 20 at the moment. Okay, I'll have it. So there's none in there, so that's okay. I'll let them off. Right, okay. So what have you got? Oh, now I've got that 2,000 sorted out. I think it was just pondering. I was thinking about it. It's like, yeah, I'll get round to it. Right, we'll sell. Hold on, because I've got a lot more gold than I thought. Right, let's buy some beer. How much is it going to cost me for beer? Okay, let's buy some more beer. Well, how much beer have you got? I don't think I want that much beer. Because I'm assuming it's going to go off. 200B, that feels cheap. For some reason it just feels cheap. It just seems like it should be worth more than that. Right, I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to sell anything off. This is the trouble. If I start selling more things, I'll end up with more gold and I'll just attract a private army. I don't need a private army knocking on my door. Or more specifically, knocking the door down. Bad enough having a bunch of raiders doing that. So where's the edge then? It's kind of starting about there, I think. Kind of. So yeah, I'm just going to keep working the way to the left because eventually that should get... I mean, it's... Because I was trying to flatten this part here because I want to put the wall back in. But because I was trying to flatten that, I think things got a bit messed up here, so nothing's at the right height anymore. Let's try and catch a bigger block there as well. I mean, what the heck. But somehow I need to get that to look more like that, which is a sheer cliff. Except it would have to be, yeah, it would have to be running from about here. And then I can put the wall back in. And then we can take this wall out. And it's just going to be too high for anybody to come up from the outside. And then eventually we'll have like a gate coming through here. That'll lead to this area where we'll have our towers. I've got lots of plans, it's just taking so long to get anything done. That's the only downside. Let's go from about there then. So since we're going from there, I may as well do that bit. Nope, still pondering. Oh, we're back again. Yeah, I'm wondering if these rigs have just got, they just don't have much in the way of CPU power or something. Because it doesn't tell me how much CPU they've got. I mean, I've got my own computer, which has got a lot of cores and it's pretty fast, but that struggles as well. With this amount of like buildings and this amount of people, so there's adding the extra GPU that's on this rig doesn't make any difference. It doesn't improve it at all. And to be fair, my own computer would actually be then encoding the video stream, which I'm assuming that one does as well. This rig that's been run, but I'd expect it to be able to do a bit better than mine. Right, so it's still doing that, so we've got... It's interesting that there's no trees around here yet, so let's grab some. Any trees you can find in this area. We'll have them chopped down so they'll end up over there. Hopefully. I think that's a bit out of reach. Right, what have you folks up to then? So you're all planting, seeking tools, planting, shelter stocking. So I think tools is still the big, or at least one of the big issues. Yeah, we're down to only 10 tools. We've got plenty of wood, so why... I mean, paper, for instance. Paper goes into producing books. I think it goes into something else. I think I've got like a guild here. So that takes papers. At the moment, that's focused on clothes. I'm trying to help them create more clothes, because that's been the big problem. Is when we're getting to the winter, there's not enough of the leather coats to keep them warm. So I think I've got somewhere producing paper somewhere. So you're producing books from paper. Now what's that problem there? Paper. Oh no. That sounded bad. What's that? Oh, hold on a tick. I've got 2 book binders. Okay, so who's producing the paper then? I don't want that. Who's producing paper? So you're a paper mill. So you're taking tons of water and... We should have plenty of that, surely. Yeah, I've got tons of flax. The only question is the flax are probably down here somewhere. Yeah, there's 1600 there. So where's the rest of the flax ending up? Over here, maybe? Oh. Where's the rest of the flax going? It's a bit strange. We've got over 3,000 flax, unless it's... I mean, they don't have any storage per se, but apparently there's 1,000 flax out there somewhere. I'd like to know where it's ending up, because it's supposed to end up over here. I mean, at the moment, they're not producing any codes, because we've got plenty of codes. There's flax there. Oh, is it ending up over here, maybe? No, because we don't have a place for that. Oh, this, right, because they produce flax as well. Okay, so paper. Now there's a thought then. In which case... Oh, there's a trouble. I'm not overly fond of having buildings outside of the walls, but... That's a book binder. I would think that would be better off over here, but ooh, it's a big building. So it would make more sense to put... No, move it there. Ugh, fudge signals, look at that. It really ruins the... Yeah, you don't want that anywhere near a housing area. I could tell them... I mean, I could tell them not to store any flax here, but... Let's have a look-see. I mean, are they... I'll make another one. See, this is what's got me puzzled, seeing them. Like, one of them's contemplating, another one's pondering their existence. So it's like... I mean, how much time are they actually putting into making paper? I'm curious to know. But we're not making enough, so I clearly need another one. Let's have a look. Now, what does that come under then? So that's furniture. There's a paper mill there. So I could sneak it in here. Yeah, I'll sneak that one in there. But I'm thinking, I mean, if I take the flax over here away, and if we allow it up here then. Let's see, so storage for flax. There's that one there. There's that one there. There's the paper. Right, there's the paper left. That's about... Can we move that? No, there's not enough wiggle room for it. That one's going to end up there. What if we move the storage then? Because that's not flat enough. There's a familiar story. The slope's not there. The slope's too steep. But I could do that, I suppose. I could try and force them into... Oh, woodchickles, they've been stuck outside all this time. I could force them into putting the flax up here rather than at the farm. Question then, is it going to just sit and accumulate on the fields? Because if they've got nowhere to take it to. Or if I move them down here, we've got buildings outside the walls, which again I don't like. These ones I don't have much choice because they're next to the resources anyway. It seems a bit kind of crazy setting up walls and everything around these, but the fields usually do end up outside anyway. Yeah, it's tricky I must admit. I mean, I'm kind of getting somewhere with this. I don't know where, but we're getting somewhere. Now this is... I don't think it's still sitting at 26. See, I think there I'm like we're up to 140 for the iron. And only in the 20s for gold. Curiosity, we've got a total of... So at least we're converting it into something, which is helping. But there's like there's gaps. This is stuck as a gap for a long time. That's been a big problem. Same with the beer. There's not a great deal I seem to be able to do with those at the moment. It might help in the next patch because they're gonna make it so that the bees, you can place them and get bonuses when you put them near the fruit trees. But yeah, I think there's other things to be thinking of. But I'm not really sure I can do much about these gold mines, to be fair. Because I've been tweaking things here and there and just trying to get as many resources as I can, as close as possible to where these people need them. I mean, what are we doing over here now? We've got quite a bit of wood they've produced. Yes, that might help a bit, save people going up there. But I can see there's quite a few like resources here that they don't have food for some strange reason. Oh no, all of a sudden you've got a bajillion food. It's still like the preserved food. I mean, even though we're growing things like the mushrooms and so on here, they're not lasting long enough for this amount of people. Fish, incidentally, nope, they're struggling with fish. And they produced 224. They produced 176. They produced 104. So there might be more things I can do to tweak them, but yeah, I'm more inclined to see what you can do with this new patch 0.9.7, but as yet I still don't know when it's actually going to be out. Who knows? So I think for now I'm just going to have to keep focusing on trying to do what I can to get more resources here. But of course, that's all for another episode.